Hi guys! Okay, so somehow my music is still playing in my headphones. Just a second. I'm going to make sure that... Can you guys hear me okay? I'm going to hang out here for a second. Actually, I'm going to tag a few friends. And let's see if I can find Lindsay. Tag a few friends because I want to make sure that basically what's happening right now is my headphones are the only option because I have to be plugged in to my car because my phone is dying. Okay, perfect. Lauren, thank you so much. All right, you guys, I am so excited to be here with you today in our Diamond Drop series. If you have not loved this series, oh my gosh, it's been amazing. I know for me, just to be a part of it, the leaders of the group, all the people, all the diamonds that have come into my group have blessed my team and given us so much wisdom, and just like, it's been amazing. So anyway, I am here at my chiropractor's office and I'm going to share with you my story. I've got 30 minutes exactly. So I'm going to share with you my story. I'm going to give you some business tips and strategies, and then hopefully just inspire you honestly to step into your fullest potential and live your best life ever. So I started this business when I was 21 years old. I had a brand new son. His name is Moses, and he was 3 days old. I found myself in that moment in brand new motherhood. If you're a mom, you've probably been there, where you're like, what the HE double hockey sticks have I done? Because I love this thing more than anything else in my life. And all of a sudden, I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but I definitely did. All of a sudden, I think I just traded in every piece of freedom I ever had for a life of complete jail, prison. And I love it. And I also feel really anxious about it. So that's where I was. My son had jaundice, and his levels of his jaundice levels were super high. Got a call from the doctor, the nurse, and she said, hey, we just looked at his labs from today and they're really bad. You're going to have to come back in tomorrow, and he's going to have to be re-hospitalized if you do not get those levels down. So put him in a window, put him in fresh sunlight, breastfeed, blah, blah, blah. That's really all you can do. And I was like, you're kidding me. That's all I can do to keep my kid out of the hospital? That's so dumb. And so I went on Google and I Googled, what essential oils can I use for jaundice? And on that Google search, Google told me geranium and lavender. Well, I didn't have geranium. At least I didn't think I did. I actually got it in Joy, but I didn't know I had it because I didn't know how to read labels. So I was just like, well, I have lavender. And up until this point, y'all, I had gotten my oils and I was like, they don't work, right? Like they're so, like, I thought they didn't work because I had been to this event where I really hope I'm in the right group. I just had that thought. Anyway, so I'd been to this event where this lady was like, yes, my husband was deathly ill. He was throwing up all night long. I put 1 drop of Digest, 1 drop of Thieves on his stomach. He was totally cured, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, that's an amazing story. I'm going to try it. So my husband got sick. He was throwing up. Same thing. I put 1 drop of Digest, 1 drop of Thieves, and it didn't seem to have that miraculous recovery. Like, he threw up again. Like, well, these things are obviously a waste of money. So I was not using them preventatively in any way. I was not using them any bit of routine. I was just like, okay, once we're on our deathbeds, we'll try a drop and see if it works. Obviously, sometimes people have those stories, but most of the time it's like, hey, you got to use them routinely. Like, they have to be in your lifestyle. I didn't know that. So I had my kit for almost a year, and that kit had sat in a closet somewhere. And I was a 0 PV. I was someone in your downline. I'm like someone in your downline right now who got a kit and then thought they don't work and then literally was not planning on reordering again. So I just want you to remember that. That's where I was at, okay? 0 PV, not on essential rewards, didn't think the oils worked, said no to every class I was invited to, found myself in a moment of frustration and need with my baby, 3 days old, having jaundice. So I Googled. It said lavender. I didn't know what to do, so I just put 2 drops of lavender on the bottom of his feet, on the back of his spine. And I had one of those moments. I had one of those miracle moments where I was like, okay, what happened? So as soon as I put it on, he started making this crazy little face. His face started scrunching up, and he sneezed, and out of his sneeze came yellow snot. At that same time, y'all, he peed. He had a yellow pee. He pooped, which all babies have yellow poop at this point, but it was like extra yellow. And then he also had eye secretion. So like his little tear ducts were opening up and he had eye secretion come out that was like yellow. And then he had yellow earwax. I remember even seeing yellow earwax. So every single like hole of his body had something yellow come out. And within, I would say honestly, it was within a minute that all of that happened. But then within like, I would say 10 minutes, I started to notice his color was like way more normal baby. It was still that beautiful tan color, but it didn't have like the orange tint. And so I was just amazed. I couldn't believe it worked that way. And I was like, okay, if these oils really have power like I just experienced, and if I didn't just over dramatize my life and make this up, then I really think these could help people on a bigger level than just like making deodorant out of coconut oil and oils, or making like I don't know, like shampoo or conditioner or whatever. Like I had made a few things. I had made toothpaste myself, because at a very first class that I went to, I remember her talking about hormone disruptors, and I was trying to get my hormones in check. So yeah, so that was like my story of being actually awoken to the products working. And that was the very first step. I want you to think about everyone who says, anytime someone in your business says to you, oh, I'm just not a salesperson. Y'all, neither was I, neither are you, neither is, like, nobody identifies as a salesperson, but when it comes down to it, we are all doing sales all the time. Where I'm selling my kids on the idea that they should eat their broccoli before we have ice cream. I'm selling my husband on the idea that he should love me, right? Every time I am bidding for his attention, it's like I'm going to be really straightforward and be practical here, because that's what I'm doing. Every time I let me think of another example. Sometimes every time I'm inviting people over to come to my house, I'm selling them on the idea of coming and hanging out and playing games with me, my family. So I'm selling all the time. The problem was that I didn't identify myself as sleazy. And that's what I thought I had to be in order to be successful. I thought I would have to be this like sleek, like, oh, I'm going to have systems and I'm going to use reverse psychology and like control your mind and sell you on oils. And the reality was, like, I just didn't actually believe in them. And then when that switched and I actually believed in them and I actually saw that they were powerful, then I started thinking less about me and I started thinking about more of the people in my life that actually were living really miserable lives. My mom was bedridden in my high school. She never got to see me play soccer. She got to see me play like maybe 1 or 2 volleyball games. I, as a sophomore and freshman in high school, was calling parents of my other teammates trying to find someone who could pick me up to take me to practice, because my parents literally could not go because my mom was bedridden. She was drinking Ensure to stay alive. I had been using oils for 3 years before she decided to do the business. I hit diamond before my mom joined my business. But let me tell you about that first moment when I realized that the oils work. You know how I really thought about? I was like, man, it'd be so cool if my mom could find help with this. Wouldn't it be so cool? I mean, like, I was scared to hope, but wouldn't it be cool if, like, okay, this is like way out there, but wouldn't it be cool if my mom could actually like live a semi-normal life? You guys, she just hit platinum last month, by the way. Talk about instant tears. So I started dripping that message of hope to my mom. Hey mom, I really think you should try Thiamin. Hey mom, I really think you should try Melissa oil. Melissa oil is really, really good for fighting viruses. Hey mom, I really think you should try Release. It's really good for liver stuff. Hey mom, I really think you should try Endoflex. It's really good for people with like Hashimoto's. Hey mama, I know that you're on medication and you're worried about kind of switching things up, but I really think you should try this Sulfurzyme. Hey mom, like over and over and over and over and over again for 3 years. I hit diamond before my mom joined my business. Like, let that sink in. Before, like, people say my mom's the first person to join my business. Okay, maybe they're the first person to get a kit, maybe not, but whatever. That wasn't our story. My mother-in-law, she had a chronic cough. I wanted my mother-in-law to be able to breathe and go outside. Like, I'm talking like chronic cough, like horrible, horrible cough for the entire time that I had known her, at that point was 5 or 6 years. I was like, wouldn't it be amazing if my mother-in-law could get like that cough taken care of? Wouldn't it be amazing if like my father-in-law didn't have to deal with blood clots? Like, wouldn't it be amazing? And like, I just started thinking about and dreaming about if the oils actually worked, like I just experienced them work, wouldn't it be amazing if? And some of the things that have happened, I literally was so far removed from the hope of those happening. Like, I never even imagined that my mom would be as healthy as she is, impacting the lives of thousands of people. I'm super pregnant, so like I burp, can't help it. I never burp unless I'm pregnant. It's like the unfortunate reality of my life right now. It's like, well, it's embarrassing, but I can't handle it, so can't control it. But yeah, like I never imagined that my mom would actually live life to the fullest potential, being awake at 7 a.m., going to sleep at midnight because she's so fired up about her passionate business. I never imagined that. I was too far from the hope, but I did kind of imagine that it could be better. And so I'm telling you that because I want to tell you that the very beginning of your business building has to come from a belief in the products. If that's not there, y'all, work on that. Number 2, your business starting, like the energy behind your business starting, you have to have a belief in this business model. If this business model still feels like a pyramid scheme to you, if you still think you're getting more benefit than the people in your downline, if you're afraid of what Uncle Bob is going to say at Thanksgiving when you say you're doing this Young Living thing, I want you to think about that, because if you don't have a solid place in your soul about this business being the most empowering business where a 21-year-old mom who has no college degree can literally work from her phone and help other people get hooked up with these awesome products and then make some money, and the people with the products win too, like everybody's winning. If you don't believe that's a good business model, then that's something to work on in your heart. And how you work on that is you go to YouTube and you search network marketing millionaires and you listen to their stories. You listen to Eric Worre interview other $1 million earners. You go to events like convention and Diamond Bound or whatever, and you go to network marketing events where you vibe with people who actually do this business. This business model builds community like I've never seen before. It builds confidence. I had a girl hit executive. Gosh, I'm going to cry. I had a girl hit executive last month, and she said to me, this meant so much more than just the $500. She said it actually meant that I could be a mom and still bring value to the world. And I was like, shoot, that is why I'm doing this. Like, she is a mom and we know she's bringing so much value to the world. We know she's like slaying at life and like giving these 4 beautiful children the most magical experience in their childhood. But she laid down all of her dreams for that. She laid down all of her career ambitions. Her husband is like the one going out, having fun with the people, and she's at home doing nap time and wiping butts and making snacks and not being thanked. And this business is giving her an opportunity to actually tap into a side of her. I call it the window to the outside world, while also being able to, it fuels her to then be able to give nap time in a powerful way. So the business model is number 2. Like, if you're not solid on that business model, gosh, that's a great place to start. So your belief in the products, your belief in the business model, and then thirdly, your belief in yourself. No one can create this in you, and no one can stop this in you. This is you, friend. This is, we have 13 people watching live right now. Hopefully people watch the replay, more people watch the replay too. This business and the decision, I want you to pull out your income disclosure statement. If you don't know what that is, go to youngliving.com/IDS, or just think about what you know about what ranks people make that certain money. So like, executives are making around 300, right? Silvers are making around 1,300. Golds are making around 4,000, 3,000, 4,000. Platinums are making around 9,000. Diamonds are making around 13,000. I want you to think about that rank or whatever it is that you're, if it's the money, if it's the amount of families, whatever it is, and that you are like, oh, that if I could hit that, that would be amazing. Like your hopes, your dreams for this business. And I really want you, I challenge you right now to think about the fact that no one in this group, none of your upline, none of your downline, nobody can make that kind of the commitment to that goal happen except for you. And I'm talking about a commitment that's not like, I'm going to push myself and work harder and like slave away and not take showers until it's happened. I mean, that might happen. Like you might get that kind of grit towards you, but I'm talking about the commitment on a soul level that says, I don't care how long this takes, but I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to learn the skills I need to learn. I'm going to learn the mindset I need to learn. I'm going to do the action that I need to do. And I'm committed on a cellular level to doing this thing. And like, I had that moment for myself. I remember it was a moment. It was like a lightning bolt moment. I was walking and I decided, it was after I fell in love with the products and I was walking with my new baby. He's in the stroller. I was walking up to the gym where my husband was a personal trainer. And I was like, by the time I get to the gym, it was a mile walk, I am going to have decided if I'm doing this business legit, like if I'm going to the top, like if I'm going to Royal Crown Diamond. And here's one thing about me. I am not the smartest cookie in the box. I'm not the smartest crayon. I'm not the most colorful crayon in the box, whatever it is. I don't even know the term. I'm not the person who like accidentally gets A's. I'm not the person who like effortlessly does the things that smart people do. Like it takes a lot of work for me I got A's in high school from like effort. My brother is like the opposite. He's like the smartest person in the world. And like every time we would go to like some sort of standardized testing that I couldn't test for, like I couldn't train for, I couldn't like prep for, it was like so frustrating because he would just blow it out of the water and I would be like low. And like, I remember my mom sitting down with me and being like, you're like really struggling with like math. I'm like, I know. I don't know anything. But anyway, all this to say that, why did I go off on that tangent? I'll remember it in a second. Oh yeah. So with network marketing, when I caught the vision, it was like, you know what? I know that I'm not the person that could just like naturally like oops my way to the top, but I am a hard worker and I will figure something out and I'm willing to put myself out there and I'm willing to work hard. And I'm telling you that grit and that tenacity will do so much more. I have people in my team who are born for this business. They are naturally good communicators. They are naturally good leaders. People follow them. People want to enroll, but they don't have the grit. They don't have the hard work. And I mean, let me tell you, I'll just tell you, I have the best team in the world. I love them. I speak life and I love them. But realistically looking, something is going to have to change for some of these friends that I have. If they want to do this business, they have to learn tenacity and yes, resiliency and learning like, no, I am doing this. And there will be those moments, you guys, there will be those moments where this is all coming down to belief in yourself, okay? There will be those moments where Uncle Bob at Thanksgiving says, really, you're still doing that? There will be those moments when people are like annoyed that they're annoyed that you're in network marketing because they don't like network marketing. There will be people online that will shame network marketing and make fun of you in a group and you don't even know them from Adam. All of that is a very real reality. But I'm asking you, or I'm telling you, like, if you want to do this, like, in a real big way, you have to find a strength in your, like, I say my gut, like, you have to find that confidence in your gut that says, I am the cool kid. I am the cool kid. I set the standard for what is awesome. And if you want to be on the cool team, you will join me, not the other way around. When I walk into a room, I'm going to tell you how you're going to think about me because of how I present myself. I'm not going to let you come up with that opinion. I'm telling you this because those were transformational moments for me. The first time I sold my first kit, which by the way was like 3.5, 4 months into me deciding that I'm going for Royal Crown Diamond. Okay, so obviously not a natural. I watched so many YouTube videos. I watched so many like periscopes. Didn't know how to play the game, but gosh darn it, I knew the rules. And then I realized like I'm just gonna have to get into the game and I'm gonna have to like do this. I was shaking, okay? It was my mother-in-law. She talked to me. We were talking about oils and I was like, yeah, I really want you to get a kit. I was shaking, so nervous. I felt sick to my stomach. I felt like I was going to vomit. I asked her if I could enter her credit card. Like, I was so bad at it. And then you know what I did? I talked her out of Essential Rewards. I was like, okay, you don't need to be on Essential Rewards. Like, this is called a starter kit. You're going to get used to this. And then like a year later, months later, you might want to try Essential Rewards, but it's kind of for the people who are really, really committed. Y'all, I was the worst. I remember my second enrollment, she was like, no, I really want to do the Essential Rewards. I'm like, no. I was like, no, you don't want to do it. It's like for later. And she's like, no, I really want to do it. And I was like, okay. And then I realized, hey, Bethany, maybe if you're trying to go to Royal Crown Diamond, people on Essential Rewards would be a really good idea. And also, maybe you should use more products so that you actually see the value in Essential Rewards and you're not sleazy when you sell it. Oh my gosh. So I'm just telling you all this because like I was so bad, right? I was so bad at it that it's like hilarious. But then I got my groove. That's the thing. Then I got my groove and I realized what I needed to do, and I put my nose to the grindstone and I started working hard, and I booked so many classes. Anywhere anyone would say yes, I would show up to. Anywhere anyone would come to, I would come to. Anytime I could get exposure, I would go to it. And so I hit executive in, so I started my business. My baby was born in August, so I started my business in August, hit executive in, and when I started my business, I was already a senior star because I had someone in my downline that my enroller had stacked, and she was doing the business, so I already had a leg. So keep that into perspective. When people tell their stories, you never know. Like, don't be like, oh, I'm not like them, because no, you don't know. Me hitting executive actually just meant I hit 1K because I had to grow one leg, 1,000. Okay, so keep that in perspective. So I hit executive in November, and then I hit silver in April. And then I hit gold the following February. And then I hit platinum the following November. And then I hit diamond the following April. So it was about 3.5 years of intensity. And I knew I had about 4 years in me to go at that pace, at that level, at that everyday obsession. And then what happened after diamond has been incredible. It's been a hustle, absolutely, totally, but it's been a different hustle. It's been a different, like, hey, today I'm doing this Facebook Live from my car, and then I'm going to go into the chiropractor and get adjusted, and then I'm going to meet my family for Topgolf, and we're going to Topgolf, and then this afternoon I'm going to have my friend who's in my downline come over. We're going to have play date. That's like not really income producing, you know, but then I'll do my income producing stuff at night, like after the kids go to bed. Like, it's not as aggressive. And I that's where I'm at right now. Like, I'm totally going for crown, but I'm thinking more OGV instead of like more personally enrolled. In the beginning, it was like, I need to personally enroll a lot of people and I need to produce in my immediate team. So anyway, you don't need to know that, but I just went in all to explain it all. But we're getting close to crown. I'm really excited about that. It's gonna be really fun. So let's talk about strategy for your business, because now you're focused on the 3 things. Find your weakest link in those 3 things. Okay, if you're taking notes, write this down. Which one is my weakest one? Products, belief in the products, belief in my business opportunity, or belief in myself. Belief in my products, belief in my business opportunity, belief in myself. Which one of those is holding me back the most? And then focus all your personal development time around that. If you don't have your belief in order, everything you do, it's like everything that comes out of you will be tainted, because that will be a tinge to what you're trying to say. Okay, so let's talk about strategy. So every single Crown Town, that's exactly what I write on my workbook. Like, I write Crown Town across the top of I'm headed to Crown Town. And I'm excited for it, and I'm pumped, and I'm super motivated. But I don't really care. Like, I mean, I care when it happens, but like, I feel very like pumped about like whatever. It's just like magical. Like, I receive it, you know, having a great time in my business, having a great time in my life. So, okay. So let's talk about strategy. So every beginning of the month, I suggest that you write down exactly what you're going to invite your prospects to. If you're uncomfortable with the word prospects, I'm sorry. It's just the only term that I've ever found that's like exactly what I want to say. People who don't have oils, that are not in your team, those are your prospects. People that you know that don't have oils, that are not in your team, they are your prospects. So have something to invite those people to. Have something to invite the people who are in your team, but they don't love their oils. So they like are 0 PV. They're not on essential rewards. They don't order regularly. Those are people who don't love their oils enough. They don't love them enough to order. So just realize that. Like if they're 0 PV and they say it's because of money, like it's most likely not because of money. It's like because they don't actually value it. There are people who have basically no money and they're on essential rewards, and that's because they value it and it's like their health. So they value it. You've done a good job. Okay. So 0 PV, have something to invite them to. Essential rewards. People who are on essential rewards love their oils, want to learn more, are open to sharing about what they're using, something to invite them to. And then number 4, something to invite your business builders to. Most of these things, my arm got a little stuck there. I'm homeschooling this year. I'm homeschooling our kids. What am I doing? I don't know. We're going to figure it out. But you know how on homeschool, they are like on school, like little worksheets, there's like, okay, you're going to like, here's A, and you're going to draw a line between A to an apple. And then there's like a B, and that's like down here's a ball, and you're like, they're supposed to draw a line from the B to the ball. Okay, this is what I'm telling you to do. I want you to draw a line for the people in your team of like, okay, they're 0 PV. I'm going to invite them to this class. Okay, they are on essential rewards. I'm going to invite them to this class. Then they are on, they're a prospect. I'm going to invite them to this class. And your class list is going to come from everything that your upline has going on, everything that they have going on. I want you to find wherever they post what's going on. Maybe it's in the events tab of a group. Maybe it's in a pin post. Maybe it's in, maybe you don't know where to find it. So you need to just ask, hey, where do you post what you have going on? But what I do, and I'm sure that we're kind of similar. I know some of you are in Megan's team and some of you are not in Megan's team. Oh, good. Yes, 3 classes a week. Amazing, Lindsay. Okay, so whatever they have going on. So, Lindsay, is the Monday intro classes something that everyone can invite to? This is perfect. Every week. This is incredible. So what you're going to do, Mondays are intro. Oh, you are brilliant. You are brilliant. So what you're going to do, friends, is you're going to write down all of your prospects and all your 0 PVs, and you're going to invite them to Monday's intro classes. Then all of your ER, you're going to invite to product classes, and then all of your business builders, you're going to invite to business. That is literally the work you do at the beginning, is connecting the dots. And here is how, I got to go pretty soon. Here's how you're going to have that conversation. Here's the magic of you not doing it. Hey, Caitlin. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is on a voice message. I should have clarified that. Hey, Caitlin, I'm so excited. Okay, so my girl, Lindsay, she's the girl. She's like in our upline with Young Living. She is organizing a class on Monday, and she knows so much about oils. She is awesome. She's got, 4 kids. She's just literally a ball of sunshine. I love her. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I am giving a roller to the first 5 people who to commit to come with me. So, okay, good, Lindsay. Good to know. Good to know. So anyway, I want to send you the info, but first I want to make sure that it's okay if I send you the info. So do you want the info? Do you want one of those rollers? Let me know, girl. Also, are you ready for the craziness of August? I'm like freaking out that it's August. Send. Check. Check off Caitlin. Okay, move to your next person. Hey girl, oh my gosh, I cannot believe what you posted yesterday, first of all, because that was the funniest picture of the squirrel in your yard. It cracked me up. I showed my kids. We were laughing our heads off. Anyway, hey, why I wanted to reach out to you is because my girl Lindsay on Wednesday is having a class all about, what was Wednesday? Hold on. Wednesday is all about products of Young Living, and this Wednesday specifically, she's talking about thyroid. And I remembered you talking about how you were tired in the morning, and I thought, gosh, I wonder if you could use some thyroid support. So anyway, do you want me to send you the info? I'm going to be giving a roller to the first 5 people who commit to coming, and I want you to have that roller. Let me know. Send. If you don't like voice text, which is totally fine, Say the same thing in a text. Say the same thing when you see your friend at the park. Say the same thing in the last 2 minutes of your coffee date. Say the same thing however you want. But the point is, you got to check people off a list, and it's not because you're trying to treat them like a list. It's because you don't want to be disorganized. When you have 5 minutes before your chiropractor's appointment and you have a list already ready to go, you can knock out 3 of those invitations. When you're sitting on the toilet for 2 minutes uninterrupted from your children before they realize that you're on the toilet, you have 2 minutes, 2 voice messages. When you are, insert any little space of time that you, nook and cranny of your day, in between the diaper change and the nap time, or in between the diaper change and making the bottle, you have 2 minutes. And so what I want you to do is just draw the lines between Caitlin and the class. If you can get really good at inviting and promoting to Lindsey's classes, not only will it fire Lindsey up and make her a better leader, honest to God, the best, most encouraging thing you could do for your leader. If you are a yellow here, the most encouraging thing you could do for your leader is to support what they're doing. When more people show up on the calls, there's nothing more nothing more like affirming that it's like, there's nothing more affirming that's like, I'm doing a good job supporting my team. Also, you don't have to promote yourself. Now Lindsey's in a position where she's providing all this content. You know how hard it is every week when she's trying, personally for me, at least how hard it is for me when I'm promoting what I am teaching. It's like, hey, I'm teaching about oils. You can't be like, I'm so awesome, I know about oils and kids. You could, but it's like a little weird. It's so much easier to promote someone else. Jordan Trant enrolled me, and I literally built my business to diamond by promoting her as a person and her events. Literally. Come see Jordan, come see Jordan, come see Jordan, come see Jordan, come see Jordan. Jordan's awesome. Jordan has the blah, 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 blah. Come with me, 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 over and over and over. So I challenge you to get masterful at promoting. There's a difference between announcing and promoting. I really do have to go, but the difference between announcing and promoting, an announcement is a post in a group. A promotion is a conversation. A promotion is a personal reach out. A promotion, and here's the thing. When you go in your private messages, the tempting thing to do is to send them all the information in one message. It's going to be tempting to be like, hey girl, love the picture of the squirrel. Here's the info for tonight. Hope you can call in. Talk to you next month, right? That's not promoting. That's an announcement because it's a one-way conversation. A promoting is, hey girl, how are you? I'm good. How are you? However many back and forths. I like to be straight up with why I'm having the conversation at the beginning of the conversation so it's not awkward. But I do like to have a lot of back and forths. Like, oh my gosh, are you getting any sleep? No, I'm not. Okay. Oh my word. I'm so sorry. Like, as many back and forth conversations as I can have is best. All right. I love you guys. I hope you have a best day ever. Comment in the comments. Number 1, tag your accountability. Number 2, tell me what belief sector you're going to work on. Belief in the products, belief in yourself, belief in the business. And number 3, how many people you are going to have from your team on tomorrow night's product call. All right, those are the 3 things. Have a great day. Bye, guys.